out there, YouTube. This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I'm back here again for a spoiler-free review for Gotham Season 2, Episode 21. One more episode before the season finale. The name of this episode was A Legion of Horribles. The name sounds stupid, but the episode is actually pretty good. To be honest, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to be going into some spoilers. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. So take this, put in your watch later, go see it on, was it Fox Now? I don't remember what their acronym. Either way, go and see it on Hulu or whatever as soon as you can tomorrow, because this was actually a really good one. I guess I'll go ahead into it. The biggest thing for me was the conversations that happened with the ramification of what Bruce did. Bruce decided to allow Selena Kyle go in there knowing that he put her in danger because she could take care of the job. And another thing that kind of happens is he says to Lucius Fox later on, like, I should have never put your lives in jeopardy. It's one thing, I don't care about putting myself in jeopardy, but it's another thing putting you in jeopardy. And that's going to play into his dynamics as being the Cape Crusader that we know that's going to have these other vigilantes and the Robins and Alfred and all these other kind of people. Like, that's going to play into his psychosis. What Lucius said is that I'm doing this for my own free will. You didn't force me. I'm believing that what you're doing is right, and I wanted to join your cause, you know? And he's always going to battle that line. But what goes into that, though, there's an amazing conversation with him and Hugo Strange. Hugo Strange, honestly, I guess he's overtaken by the kid from the simple fact that he's as strong as he is, given what happened to his parents, and how much of a connection that him and his dad has without even really him understanding the depths of it. Because the conversation they had about morals and what was going on with Thomas Wayne and the willingness to allow himself to die, to do what was right, to believe in what he said. Even Bruce said, you know what? My dad did that and meant his death. I would do the same exact thing. And I was like, it's crazy, because Hugo Strange was, I don't know if he was being sincere. He said, I implore you to stop. I beg you to not do it anymore. And I thought initially he was trying to get into his head, and I think he is, but there's some kind of connection that he has with him from a fascination standpoint, and at the same exact time, a competitive standpoint. And it's weird, because the guy that plays Hugo Strange, his voice is just so, yes, you need to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so weird. But for the dynamics of this world, he is a threat. But the biggest threat is his boss, or he calls his master. If y'all do not know, the Court of Owls, look up, what was that joint? Batman versus Robin. Look that up. The 52 Comics animated feature. That'll give you a great insight to who the Talon is, who the Court of Owls are. And it's dope. Like, I mean, the books are awesome. I think they were going through the 52 line. I can't remember the number lines, but those are, I mean, what is to come with that? I don't even want to go into spoiler territory, but there has been a figure and a woman that's been present and sharing what she feels about this reanimation that Hugo Strange is doing, the Waynes, and just everything like that. I think that's really awesome. The two biggest surprises to me were, even from a visual standpoint, was Firefly. Like in Selena, when Selena set her on fire, she's sitting there still on fire, flame retarded. And Selena didn't have no choice. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna serve it. Every master needs to serve it." And then the other thing was Fish Mooney. How many of y'all are happy to see Jada? I was happy. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen with her character, but I don't think that I couldn't believe that they would give her a power just to kill her in the season finale. I hope and I pray she's back for a third season. I can't remember if third season been greenlit or not, but either way, just having her back and her being the first one to be reanimated, to have her memories, and now to have power of touch and persuasion. Like, she was already that way anyway with people, and getting her way. She could touch Penguin and get him to bend on his knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the ramifications of that are just nuts. And then it's just a lot. I mean, even Bullock stood up in this one. Like, he was trying to manage being the captain and then in the end he came through with having like a whole troop of people going in. There's another thing that kind of happens with Lucius, Enigma, and Bruce that I really liked, because the way that Ed's mentality is now, I mean, he really is losing it. And I don't know if Hugo Strange designed it that way or if it just happened. I feel like it'd be so much cooler is if Hugo Strange knew everything that Edward was doing. He wasn't just using him as second hand, essentially. But he's basically threatening Bruce's life. I mean, but the thing is that there's gonna have to be some kind of connection. Bruce has some kind of connection with each one of these different people. The major ones, anyway. The only ones that he really doesn't have a real big connection with is Penguin and Edward Nygma. And I think that that's gonna come up at some point. There has to be. There really just has to be. But we'll see. I don't know. But I gave the episode a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. I'm not doing any reaction for it or anything like that. But I'm going to be watching some Game of Thrones tonight. I'm hoping. I got one more episode to go. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't going to stop. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.